Hello. Um, there's a fire pretty close to where I live, and all of my friends are on like evacuation warning, evacuation order. Not me though, I was like right across the street from the sort of border, but all is well. All the evacuation, whatever the hell's been lifted, and I think it's time for me to paint. So I'm gonna do that today. I have set up my easel. Here are my options that are surfaces I can paint on. This is the old painting that I had on my wall. I've replaced it with one of my canvases that I painted over. I don't really want to paint on this though because, I don't know, this painting is special to me. So I could paint on one of those boards because I have like 3 of them. Or, oopsies. I can paint on this canvas that I did I said my name, wrote the date, December 2023. I do not like this painting one bit. I don't like it, it makes me mad, and yeah. So I could paint over this. But my only worry is that this is a dark blue background. And the painting that I have in mind is going to have a light yellow background. So I think I have a board in here. I do in fact have a board in my closet that is already like painted yellow. So I think that will be the move. Upon taking out the board, it is not actually painted yellow, but that's okay. I'm going to do like a bright, different color base anyway, so that shouldn't be a concern. However, we have this really scary looking Interwave fan art on the back, and I could cover that. It is red, and I was thinking of doing a red background, so that might be the move. I think that might be the move. Hello? I filled up my water cup. It's right here. I do have my Liquitex paints that I used for school that I will be using, but to cover this situation up, I think I'm going to use my cheap Apple Barrel paints. So I will return with my underpainting, not even underpainting, probably just like the background, and then I'll discuss my evil sinister plans. Hi, so I did my first layer. As you can see the painting behind it still. To be fair, I was using very watered down pink paint. So I think I'm gonna do another layer of that. It was some amount of Apple Barrel red, my Liquitex red, and then some random like Apple Barrel white. I do like the color. I do freak with the pink, the warm pink. So I'm gonna keep doing that, and then you will see me when I am done applying my layers. Hello. So I added another layer to this situation, and I can still see the Interwave guys and their logo a little bit, but I don't care. It's gonna get covered anyway. You won't see it at the end. That I can tell you that. This is my mood, not my mood board, but I collaged my inspiration. This is Churro. She's my friend Tuna's dog, and she's very awesome, but she keeps barking at me. Don't know what that's about. We have this ongoing joke called the basketball dog, and it's inspired by somebody's family's dog that I know, and this dog gets dyed all sorts of crazy colors, and one time it was dyed to sort of look like a tiger, I'm assuming, but it looked like a basketball. So the basketball dog was born, then forgot about it for months, and then one day I was talking to Tuna, I was like, hey, one time I saw this dog, and so Churro is our new basketball dog, and I'm going to put this on here somehow, and it will be used for my next album that I'm working on. I can't talk too much about that album because it's very early in the works, but it will be out eventually. So keep your eyes peeled. But I think I'm going to sketch out my plan when this is dried, because it is not. It is still, I can still feel moisture and it's getting on my hands. But yeah, I'll see you then. Here's my sketch. She's a little small, but it's gonna be cropped, I would assume, into a square anyway, because I'm planning on doing this for like, not album artwork, but maybe for like a single or an EP or something. We'll see. So I don't need her to be gigantic on the board, cut board. Anyway, but she's here, and I'll wait for the sketch to dry, and then I will begin putting in my base colors and things like that. And I'll see you when I get there. Hello. So I've begun actually painting, and it looks a little. You got to trust the process. That's all I have to say, really. I'm not. When I'm usually painting with acrylics, I get so focused on like I need everything to blend perfectly. So I'm trying not to do that this time. I want to leave everything kind of blocky, and I think I'm doing that okay with the head. I just need to, I think it needs some more vibrant pops of color, and then I'll go over the legs. They're looking a little rough, and also the tail. The basketball, I'm just trying to fill with a color, so then I can go over it with the colors that I really want. But yeah, she kind of looks like the sun right now. She's kind of glowing a little bit, but I will change that soon. I have created a base for the basketball that I'm pretty happy with, and I think I'm going to start shading. I also blocked in the darker values for the face, for Churro's little face. I'll go over that later on when I have a smaller brush. I'm trying to use like this brush for blocking in everything for as long as possible, actually, because when I have a smaller brush, I get more overwhelmed by like details or whatever. But I'm trying to tell myself that I do not need that. I don't need a crap ton of details to make something look like what I want it to. Quite the opposite, actually. The smaller the brush, the less it looks like how I want it to. So I'm pretty happy with how this is coming out. Yeah, I think I'm going to clean more stuff up and add more variation for like shading and highlight and stuff. Yeah, I'll see you when I do that. I just realized that it is almost 9:30 and I haven't eaten dinner yet. So I'm gonna do that, but here's the basketball. I messed up the bottom line, so I'm gonna fix that when I get back. But overall, I'm pretty happy. I have the values that I like kind of thrown on there. Gonna clean that up, obviously. I started working on the face details on Churro's face, and added some nails and stuff. But I'm gonna eat because I'm kind of hungry. Okay, I ate dinner. My mom made ceviche and it was really good. I just noticed I left my paint open. Anyway, back to work on the basketball dog. She's real. Basketball dog is real. I think she's looking pretty great. I do want to add some more highlights to the tail and maybe refine the little paws some more. Maybe add some highlights to the face, but I'm really happy with how it's turning out. And I don't know, it's kind of funny thinking about the painting that I worked on before this. That was so like, I did not like it. It hid in my closet for 4 years, because I think it was made in 2022, because that was when I first got super into Interwave and started doing like fan art and things like that. But yeah, I actually know how to paint kind of now. That's kind of weird. It took me a while, but I'm making stuff that I like, and I'm not hating painting anymore. I do hate the mess that I make. Luckily I have my apron, so I'm like spilling paint on myself and stuff, but I'm not getting it on my clothes. I'm gonna keep refining and then maybe work on a background. This is my new favorite brush. I really like using this brush. Thank you. I wanted to use this brush to put details into like highlights for the basketball and for churro and things like that. I didn't know covering a lot of these, but it's okay. I got to play with my favorite brush. Yeah. And then this is me doing the background. I wanted to take my little flat brush that I did for most of churro and the basketball, just to throw some colors on. There was a lot of yellow, I will just say that. Hello, it is 11:13 p.m. and I think I'm done. Maybe I'll touch up the corners? Question mark, but overall I think I'm pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how it is. Yeah, I have ideas for a potential photo shoot or video or something relating to this, but I would have to gather clips for that and also brainstorm a little more, but this is my painting. Yeah. This is kind of unrelated, but I got this new white face paint and I need to shower because it's late. So here's me putting on clown makeup because I'm gonna wash it off anyway. I really like this white face paint. It's Maron Clown White. Yeah, I really enjoy being a clown, and it's something that I want to play with in my visuals for my upcoming projects. I don't really have too much to add, but watch the rest of the video. Hello, okay. This is the end of the video. I ended up not touching up the corners because I'm tired and I want to go shower and go to sleep. But this is my painting. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy this video. I don't usually do these videos, obviously, because this is a music channel, but if you want to see more, let me know in the comments or whatever, because I really like making these videos and I really like making art. I am an art student for a reason, so I'll probably be back with more stuff. Maybe some behind the scenes stuff for the album. Maybe, who knows? I've got some songs in the works. Got a music video in my files, so if you guys want to see that, maybe you will soon, sometime, eventually. But yeah, I need to clean up my room and clean up my face and go to bed. Toodles.